It says, when accepting Islam, should the shahadah be made in both Arabic and the person's native language, or just Arabic? What if the person does not speak Arabic? Originally, the requirement of the shahadah in order to declare that the person have accepted Islam or not is required because the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to Mu'adh ibn Jabal, may Allah be pleased with him, call them to shahadati an la ilaha illallah wa anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. فَإِنْهُمْ أَجَابُوكَ لِذَلِكَ. If they agree to that, and the agreement requires to utter that statement while believing in its meaning. So a shahadah must be not just to believe in its meaning, but you also must utter it. You must say it. And that's why Abu Talib, who is the Prophet's uncle, and Ali's father, said to the Prophet ﷺ, I agree with you and I would like to please your eyes with it, but I would rather. He refused to say the shahadah. The Prophet ﷺ kept begging him before his death to say it, but he refused. And that's why he is not eligible to enter Al-Jannah, because he did not die as a Muslim. So it isn't sufficient to say, I believe in one God. Or it is not sufficient to say, I believe that Muhammad is one of the messengers of God. It is required to say, I bear witness that there is no God to be worthy of worship but Allah alone, and I bear witness that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is his messenger. That's why we call it the kalimah, like one word. Each word of this phrase is indivisible from the phrase itself. Okay? And it must be uttered. Now, with the core of the question, what if the person does not know Arabic? What is required is the acknowledgement of this statement. So if the person does not say ashhadu, rather he said a'lamu, u'minu, uqinu, I believe, I'm certain, I already know, and he said it by his tongue, that is all valid. And he would declare Islam of that person. So if he doesn't know Arabic, like in most cases whenever we invite people abroad and we say, okay, after explaining Islam and they like to become Muslims, when you say, repeat after me, ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, if the person knows its meaning, you have already explained the meaning of what he's about to say, what she's about to say, that is valid. Or if you say it or have him say it in English, in French, in Japanese, in any language, it's acknowledged. So Arabic is not required in this case for non-Arabic speakers to declare their Islam by pronouncing the Shahada in Arabic. Because whenever the wajib or the must is not possible, it is waived. And also, whenever there is haram, a prohibition, but there is a necessity, then the haram is waived. A person due to necessity is allowed to eat the dead, allowed to eat pork, allowed to drink wine to survive, to save his or her life. A person who is required to do anything but cannot do it, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ مَا اسْتَطَعْتُمْ. Keep your duty to Allah to the best of your ability, according to what you can afford. So the person can say it in English, in whatever language, is sufficient. Does he or she have to say it in Arabic as well? No, it will be only complementary in this regard. So if he says it in his native language, approved. If he repeats after you in Arabic, provided he or she already know the meaning of what they will be saying, and they repeat it after you, that is sufficient as well. The khilaf between the scholars is if the person knows Arabic and he says it in another language. So some say it is accepted, and some say no, it must be pronounced in Arabic. But this is out of our case. The case is with regards to a person who does not know Arabic already. Now, I would like to bring to your attention a very important thing. Please, if any person is interested in Islam, in either knowing Islam or accepting Islam, you should not hesitate nor delay or postpone until the person performs ghusl, until the person gets very much educated about Islam, until the person knows how to say it in Arabic and practice, because this is a major haram. All the haram in the world is nothing compared to the sin of disbelief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And somebody came willingly, he or she want to become Muslims. Okay? Somebody came to me and said, I would like to be a Muslim. What should I do? Right away I should say, repeat after me. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. Then we start the journey of the education. Then afterward, you need to perform ghusl to enter Islam and so on. What some people do by saying you have to perform ghusl first, any delay, you're taking the risk that the person may not live until he or she say the kalima, and pronouncing the shahadah is a must to become a Muslim.